Ladies and gentlemen, everyone around and in between, it is Debate Sensei CEDA edition, where we discuss things relevant to competitive cross-examination and debate for the CEDA Association. I have with me the director of debate at California State University, Long Beach, Deven Cooper. Thank you, Deven, for being here.
Thank you.
All right. I totally, for some reason, I turned these off. So why don't I can turn these back on here. There we go. Nice. You know what? Just for equity's sake, there we go. All right. So today we are talking about the Harvard College Tournament. You just got back from Harvard. Man, that must have been quite a weekend going out and back. Everything go all right?
Yes. We were at the Harvard.
In Cambridge, Massachusetts. All right. So temperatures are dropping these days. I got my my Mr. Rogers sweater going on here. And so what was the weather like out there?
It was like 50s.
Oh, really?
40s.
Oh, wow.
It didn't get really cold, but it was like a little chilly.
Okay. All right.
Enough to wear a coat, and some people foolishly are wearing shorts, but whatever.
Oh, right. The locals probably. Yeah.
No, people at the tournament.
Oh, so people who don't know any better?
I mean, they do.
Okay.
They just choose to wear shorts because I guess that's their aesthetic, but it's not wise.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that like temperatures are dropping, but it was still 72 out here. So
yeah, not out there.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to follow our standard sort of tournament recap. Let's start off by taking a look at what is the role and significance of this tournament for the season long.
Well, Harvard is seen as one of the hardest tournaments of the season because unlike other tournaments, it does not break to doubles, it breaks to octos, which you got to be in that top bubble of people.
Yeah. So is that just because a scheduling thing or is it a philosophical position?
It's a prestige thing, I think. It's just like, it's Harvard. And so Harvard is the definitive tournament in the middle of the season, late middle of the season that really weeds out who is the competition for the first round bid process for the most part.
Okay, so we're going to get into like a number of people that had winning records but didn't move on. But that still is that still a status? You know, he's like, hey, I went 5-3 but didn't break. Is that still seen?
I mean, it is, right? Because it's like, Harvard debates are pretty hard. They just are, and like almost every round is like a break round for the most part. It's like you just don't know when something could be something that takes you out the tournament.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Looking at these entries, there is a total of 80 entries, 80. If that's breaking to Ox, that is crazy.
It's a tough break.
Yeah, tough break. Very tough break. Let's take a look at some of the large entries. It's all of them that we're used to, right? So we got Dartmouth with 5, Emory with 6. Georgetown has 3. Does George Mason usually have a larger entry? I might remember.
Yeah, usually when it's like on the East Coast.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Kansas, Kentucky have 3 teams each. Michigan, my goodness, they always have a large entry no matter where they go, huh? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. What's up with Liberty? Like, I think I've asked this before, but like isn't that like some weird? No, I don't want to say weird, but like,
it is a Christianity-based school. Yes.
Okay. And all right. And they're not online, are they? They have a campus.
Some of them are.
Oh, okay.
They have so many people.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then of course Wake Forest.
Because they're spread across novice, JV, and open.
Yeah, like I think what I've been used to is seeing Liberty in the novice division a lot more than yeah, they have a large novice entry, right? Okay, cool. So I'm looking at the novice entry. Who's Suffolk? I don't think I've mentioned them at all.
Well, Suffolk is a school that is in like down the street from Harvard.
Oh, okay, okay. So they're bringing. All right,
Yeah,
all right. Oh, y'all brought a novice team too.
we did.
Nice. That's
We
excellent.
did.
All right. Okay. Okay. That's excellent. Excellent. Let me um what's the JV is looking like a pretty good entry as well. Like usually
Yeah,
it's
but more than half of it was online.
oh really? I see. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I see. And again, Liberty has a large JV entry. They just had a couple in open.
I think probably something that maybe incentivized the idea of people sending them online is the fact that it was at two different locations.
Oh.
So Suffolk, the college was for JV and novice,
Mm-hmm.
and the Harvard proper was for open. So I
Mm.
can see if you have like a really big team, it's a little bit hard to navigate in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when you have coaches that might have to coach over there, but also coach at Harvard, you know.
Okay. Okay.
So
All
that
right.
almost posed a big problem for us as well because I mean we had me, a hired coach, and Jason, and so between the three of us, we had to like work between the teams we had.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Now, I'm looking at this. So for 80 teams, I'm looking at the prelim results, and it there were it breaks to octaves, and anyone who doesn't know, that means 16 teams. All right, they have eight debates, means 16 teams. 17 teams with a winning record, with a 5-3 record, did not break.
Yeah.
That is insanity to me. Like you have a bracket. Like you can make it that only one person doesn't.
Yeah, but you got to speak better.
Yeah. Man, that is wild. That is wild to me. Okay. You know what? And because of that, I think it's fair to kind of give shout outs to some of these people. We got Binghamton had one that didn't clear, but these are all 5-3 teams. All right. So Emory had 2, CP and GY. Michigan State had MM. Texas had AF. UTD, that's University of Texas at Dallas. Yeah, three teams that with a 5-3 record that didn't clear.
I mean, that's still like an amazing showing
Yes.
for a program to have like 3 teams that are 5-3 at Harvard.
Yes.
Jesus.
And that's exactly why I want to like call them out. So HR, KP, SK from UTD, excellent job. Berkeley had 2, MR and SU. Kansas had 1, WW. Kentucky had 1, RS. Michigan had 2, AO and ES. Southern California, USC, BR, and then Wake Forest had 2, BW and EP. I think they all deserve at least some sort of recognition for an outstanding showing at the toughest tournament of the year so far. Excellent. Okay. But so that means that we had 16 break. Let's see who do we have as the big breaks here. We had looks like Michigan had 2. Is that the largest break with 2 teams? Oh wow, it looks like pretty diverse break actually. That's hey, not bad. Okay, I'm like looking for like multiple. I'm looking for like Emory with is always breaking multiple and stuff like that. But they had 1 get to the. All right, so Michigan is probably it looks like the biggest break out of all of them. Is there anybody who didn't make the cut that was kind of like, oh man, that's unexpected that they didn't make the cut?
I think one of the Wake teams,
Oh.
one of the Emory teams. Well, I mean, to be honest, I can't even really be sure because it's just like we're still early in the season. Still, there's been like, domination of the final round by like 3 particular teams, like, Kansas, Emory, and Michigan. So it's just like,
Okay.
been that kind of circulation. But this final round was very different.
Oh, okay.
It was 2 teams that had not been in the final rounds of these tournaments so far.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good to hear. So let's I want to get the open bracket here. Here we go. So Emory GH taking top seed. That's not unexpected, huh?
No.
No.
It's
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Emory did have 2. I missed that. Emory did have 2 breaks. How did I miss that?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. What? I must have. Oh, no, I see it now. Okay. So Emory GH is the top seed, but Long Beach 5th seed. Now, this is a kind of a rebuilding year for you, right? I mean, OM
Yep.
is it a junior freshman or junior sophomore?
It is junior freshman.
Now, come on, 5th seed at Harvard. If this is a rebuilding year, it's a hell of a rebuilding year for you.
Well, we are trying. I'm telling you, there's still growing pains because it seems like the 2NR wants to go rogue quite a bit. But yeah.
Oh,
but we'll get it together awake. I'm sure.
Oh man, I remember learning, like, one of the hardest lessons to learn was to trust your prep. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting like off your game, and then you're kind of like, oh, I need to switch things up at the last minute. It'll help, and usually it doesn't, or usually it didn't for me. That was
trust your coaches. Your coaches have told you things to do.
Yeah. Okay, so that's amazing. Kansas is 2nd seed. That's also not unexpected, right? But let's see here. So octofinals, 16 teams. It doesn't look like there's any real major. Oh, Michigan over NYU. That looks like, at least as the seeding is, it looks like an upset. Was that considered an upset?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
like,
really?
there was like a bunch of upsets.
Really? Okay.
I'll say that. And once again, we were upset as well.
Okay.
But, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you hit Michigan in the quarterfinal round.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay. Kentucky. Oh, Emory over Kansas. It's not that big of a upset. Both of those programs are pretty well known for doing well. Okay. So, but Emory picks up over Michigan, but in the quarterfinals, they hit Northwestern, who's the 8th seed, and Northwestern picks up over the number 1 seed. Now, was there a lot of chatter about that round?
Yes.
Okay.
But I mean, some of it I can't really disclose. But what I do know is that the round was Emory going for Kondo.
Oh, so conditionality on a counterplan, right?
Well, Kondo on any advocacy, they thought, they were like, they read like multiple advocacies, and that was like, something that messed them up or created some level of abuse or contradiction or whatever. And so I think that they went for it in the 2AR. So.
Oh, they did. Wait, explain to me conditionality on the affirmative.
Oh, Kondo bad. They were saying the negative.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, so they were saying that the negative being conditional was bad.
Okay.
And I think that there was a theory argument, so they put all their eggs in that basket, from what I believe.
Does that position, would you say that position tends to win?
That happens, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it happens, but I mean,
it does win, and I'm pretty sure there could have been some type of glitch. What was the judge split on that decision? Do you know?
Let's take a look here. We could do that. It says,
was it a 2-1?
I'm on the bracket, so it doesn't say on the bracket. If I go to the final places, that was quarterfinals, right? Emory Northwestern. It was 2-1.
Yeah. Who was the one?
I don't know if it really says who it is. We have
okay.
Gabe Lewis, Jenny Vasquez Torres, and Arvin Shankar. Oh wait, no, it does say. It does say. So Jenny sat out on that one.
Oh, okay.
Jenny Vasquez Torres. Okay. All of them were split. Oh, except for the Long Beach one. So Long Beach got upset by Michigan as well.
Yeah.
All right. And so they're on the neg. I'm sure you know about that round. What happened there?
Well, my little junior decides to go mostly for case arguments instead of decay, and heavy for the alts about, research practices and hedge and things of that nature being bad.
Okay.
And so that kind of was how that ballot shook out. The judges bought that the affirmative was a lot more offensive and had more stuff.
Okay.
And I think there were some arguments. I think they said that they needed to go harder on, as opposed to like this case turn thing that they were trying to do.
Okay.
So yeah, but we didn't discuss going for the case turn in the pre-round prep. But
okay. Well, it's a difficult lesson, but it's a lesson that will probably last for a long time. Probably is more informative than you will ever be to them. So,
at least the lesson was not in doubles or octos.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Quarterfinals at Harvard is an amazing showing for everybody there. And so I think that's important to point out. So like we had a couple of both Emory teams cleared to quarters, and both of them dropped in quarters. Ooh, that must have been tough in back in their room.
They'd be all right.
Yeah. All right. And we had two Michigan teams, but Michigan cleared to the semis in that one. NYU, okay. Kansas, yeah, that was okay. Okay, my goodness. Kansas dropped to Dartmouth in quarterfinals. Now, Kansas is the 2nd seed. Dartmouth was a 7th seed. That's not necessarily an upset, but
not really, no.
Not really. Okay. Let's see what they said on that one. That was a 2-1 for the neg on that one. Do you have any idea what happened in that round at all?
I don't.
Yeah, it's not like you could keep up with every damn round in the tournament.
Oh, because like I was focusing on, but that was quarterfinals, right?
That was quarters, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching my students and also getting food for them.
Oh yeah. So anyone who doesn't know, tournaments are grueling, especially for the participants, and so having someone run out and get some nourishment for people is pretty critical for them as well. And it's probably at the end of the day, probably.
Well, we did. This was lunch time, I believe.
Because there's 2 more rounds after it, though. Right?
Yeah.
Is this on Sunday?
No, this is Monday.
Oh, Monday. It goes from Saturday to Monday? Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Okay. So what, you got back on Tuesday, yesterday? As far as this recording is going? My goodness.
Yep.
Okay.
I went to class.
So semifinals, we have Northwestern versus Michigan, Kentucky versus Dartmouth. All right. And so we got Northwestern is the 8th seed. Michigan is 13th seed. And this is Kentucky versus Dartmouth. Kentucky is number 3 seed and Dartmouth is number 7. I mean, it's like March Madness, where if in your bracket you have, if it doesn't add up to like more than 10, then you've done it wrong type of, bracketing system. Wow. Okay. Now, were you able to follow any of these rounds from here on out?
No, I just stopped.
Okay. Well, let me open up the semifinal. Wait, where is it? Bracket, prelims, semifinals. So At this point, well, we're still having 3-person panels. They don't go up to 5-person in semis.
Not. It depends on discretion of the tournament director.
Okay. I would assume like all the well, because the other ones are probably breaking out to the same level here. Wait, what am I doing? Here we go. So we have Northwestern versus Michigan, and Northwestern picks up on a 2-1. Northwestern is the affirmative. Do you know anything about the Northwestern's affirmative? What they typically go for?
No, but they're probably still the run of the mill, like regular stock AFs
Right.
that
So
straight
carbon
up,
tax.
straight up traditional teams read.
Okay. All right. In the Kentucky Dartmouth, so we have the affirmative pickup in Northwestern v. Michigan. We have the negative pickup on a 3-0 in Kentucky versus Dartmouth. Do you know what Dartmouth's neg strat is? Or do you let's start with Kentucky on the
It's
app.
pretty much the same regular
So
thing.
all 4 of these teams are pretty straight up policy.
Very straight up.
Very straight up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we got eliminated.
Okay. Oh, were you would say that you were like the last K team to be in there? So quarterfinals, we had Emory, Northwestern, Long Beach, Michigan, Kentucky, Emory, Dartmouth, Kansas.
Yes, we were.
Okay.
We were.
Okay.
We were.
Maybe Ortega is thinking it's like, well, policy arguments tend to win, so I'm going to go policy.
Yeah, but we talked about the win strategy.
Yeah.
And that should have been what it was. But it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's tough. It's tough being doing something different and sticking with it. Especially, I mean, you probably got a lot of experience doing just straight up case debate. So feeling pretty, I might be going towards that. Okay. So in this semifinals, Northwestern picks up over Michigan. Boom, boom, boom. And that, Michigan, Michigan was 13. Okay, Northwestern 8 and 13. And then Dartmouth over Kentucky. That means that we have a Northwestern Dartmouth final round.
Uh-huh.
That they've never been to a final round before. Neither one.
Not this season, no.
Not this season. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's take a look at what this is. That's still a 3-person panel. That strikes me as a little strange.
Well, because it's oftentimes hard to find 5 judges,
Really?
That's still left in the tournament.
Okay. A lot of people just taking off after they're done.
Yeah, or just getting drunk or leaving.
Hey, you can still judge drunk, man.
And then it's still you have prefs, and so I'm pretty much not going to judge those rounds.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Because pretty sure I'm not really prefed by either one of those teams too heavy. So
okay. So Dartmouth picks up on a 2-1 over Northwestern in that one. So we were going over some of the unusual things, the rounds that went unexpectedly and led to that final round. Now, were there any unexpected arguments? Did anyone break any new AFs? Was there any new creative positions that you heard about or saw yourself?
No,
man.
I mean, there could have been. Well, I did judge a speculative fiction affirmative that focused on Batman and Poison Ivy.
Okay. And Poison Ivy, being the environmentalist. Okay. I like it.
Yes. And that Wayne Corporation was greenwashing and saying that they had this new rollout of a program. And, Poison Ivy was the freedom fighter for the environment that was calling those things out. And, it was pretty cool. I thought it was really cool.
All right.
Because it was just it was kind of a different narrative of what that is, and it humanized Poison Ivy.
Yeah. Right.
as a environmentalist or critical environmentalist or whatever. And
I mean, I've heard arguments that humanize the villains in general, but that usually, like Poison Ivy is one of the standout villains that gets humanized. Like it's not hard to do, obviously. So that is really interesting. And so, I mean, what's the advocacy on that then?
I think it was to affirm speculative fiction as a clean energy policy or
Oh,
method of decarbonization, something like that. Yeah. It was nice. I think there could have been things that could have beefed it up a little bit more, but I feel like that was an act that I did not expect.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but I think that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
And how did the neg handle that?
It was framework.
It was framework. They're just like
some other stuff, and speculative fiction bad, and cap K, and presumption.
So speculative fiction bad. Did they actually have lit on speculative?
Well, yeah, they were just like speculative fiction is like apolitical. It doesn't do anything to change material things, stuff like that.
Okay.
And then I think they tried to cut a card from their author to say that the card didn't side for the AF or something like that.
Okay. And which way'd you go, AF or neg?
I think I voted for the affirmative.
Okay. Just more interested in the position than the outcome.
I think it's because the 2NR probably went for the wrong strategy. It was something, but it was just like I was just judging debates back to back to back to back, so I wasn't really.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It all became a blur at some point. Yeah, because I was just like coaching, judging. It was just like, So.
Let's finish up by giving a couple of shout outs to the JV and novice divisions as well. Let me see here. The bracket on the JV looks like so Liberty is breaking a lot of people at the JV and novice levels, right? And so Liberty picks up the JV one. Looks like they had a walkover in semis, and then they pick up on against James Madison. Congrats. But Long Beach is in the. Am I right? Is it that's the finals in novice? Semifinals in novice. Let me see here. Okay, yeah. There's a weird because it looks like Liberty has.
Closed out.
They closed out. Oh, I see. That's why.
That's yeah, they closed out the novice division.
Okay. So it was a partial octofinals, and then in quarters, Liberty has a team in each one of the brackets. Did they break brackets for that?
No.
It just turned out that way?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, congratulations, Liberty, but also congratulations, Long Beach. Tell me a little bit about Long Beach AJ.
They are a freshman-sophomore team.
Okay.
And they read like a more radical reparations-based carbon tax AF.
Radical reparations carbon tax. Okay.
Yeah, and so it's more of like a critical understanding of carbon tax is what they are trying to accomplish. But the focus is mostly on the reparations portion.
Okay.
The negative, they read like critical arguments, like Black feminism, Black eco-womanism, stuff like that. Just like critical, straight up, and case arguments for the most part.
All right. Well, congratulations to Long Beach, but also congratulations to Dartmouth and Liberty and the people who picked up these final rounds. Very good showing at the most difficult tournament of the year so far. Crazy break, could easily go to double octofinals, but for whatever reason, they chose not to. Thank you so much for giving me a little insight on the back end. And we'll talk again in the future about more related stuff.
All right.
Thank you. Let me get my outro. Oh, come on now. My outro's not working. Uh-oh. Here we go. I got you.